way that, I don't know if I should be laughing at that. You know, other people to, leave and go, I don't know. And sometimes I'm on the wrong end of it. I'm on the receiving end of things sometimes that are a little uncouth, make me feel uncomfortable. I was talking about being married. I was so happy. I was doing a gig on the road a few weeks back, and there was I was in the middle of a moment where I was just being real introspective, and then a corner like that, like see that back corner, how dark it is? Like if you look back there, you can't see anything. See how it's just a void right now. As I was talking about how happy I was being married, a woman back there, she must have been one of these people that likes to consider themselves like a Google detective. All right? They go up and they look some shit up and they think that they're fucking junior detective sleuths. Because in the middle of me talking about being so happily married, she yells this from the back corner. She goes, "You should be with someone your own age." By the way, that's a perfect impersonation. That's exactly how you should be with someone your own age. Nice. Yeah, and I look back there in the dark corner, and I just remember thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this big fat bitch. This big fat fucking bitch was yelled out in the middle of the damn performance. I can tell by that sound, that was a big fat woman. And it hurt my feelings, made me sad. And you know what? I look back there and I really wanted to say, you big fat bitch, shut up. I didn't. I learned something in my therapy years ago, which is when somebody makes you angry, don't meet them with anger, meet them with honesty. And so I looked back there, and I said, young lady, you have the right to feel the way you feel, but here's the reality. I've never been married, I've never had children, and I've only ever wanted to be a father and a great husband, and it's eluded me for years. And the truth is, if I was with a woman my own age, their vagina is dead. And if you do end up meeting that 1 in a million 50-year-old that has a kid, it comes out as a mongoloid, right? It's got a twisted foot, and it can already talk. Hello, what part of the world? No, I want a fresh new kid.
Yeah.
Well, I said my truth, and then this is what her retort was. She goes, well, your wife's too young. And she said young just like that, too young. And you can see that her jowls were probably stacking against her teeth. Big fat fucking face, big fat nobody, big fat white nobody. And I looked back there, even though I can't see, I was like, she's so fat, I bet I'm looking at a part of her. I bet I'm catching a fucking elbow. So I knew it. Hey, no, dogs. I mean, here's the thing, you should be with someone my own age. Listen, we're all adults here. Here's the reality. Nobody here goes to the supermarket shopping for a brown banana. Some banana bread sitting in the audience right now. But I had to let it go. I said, you know what? I'm not going to go after this lady. She's probably going to die of heart disease. Negative. For 34 years, looking out, I get to look out into crowds of people and we have a great time together. And it's really spectacular. When you think about it, it's like nowhere else in the world. You come into a room, we're all strangers. Maybe you know one or two people, but we're all strangers. And we all come into this room and we sit and we laugh together. And it's kind of wild when everyone's laughing and I can see it. I don't know if you're looking around, and then for a moment, everybody's connected. Whatever is going on in the world, whatever we came from, whatever happened to you, whatever is going on in your life, we get to come in for a little bit and everybody just laughs together. It's really beautiful. And what's strange, you can be laughing next to a rapist. And you don't know. For a moment in time, they're not a rapist and you're not a rapist. It's all there. It's so the same. There's a person sitting here that might have a hostage in their basement. They're gonna go home and feed him a little fucking Hostess cupcake. They're right next to you tonight. It's just so. Hey, I told you it was gonna go both ways tonight. Okay, we're gonna ta-ta-tee-tee-ta. I don't know what you just yelled, but it sounded great. It was so rhythmic. I wish I could have just hit a fucking button and put some music to that. I was like, is somebody from The Lion King in the audience? It sounded so, it was in key. Say it again. Oh, you said the name of my tour? That's what you just yelled? Why did Fresh New Flavor sound like I did not sound like, I don't know how you did it. Say it again. Don't do it one more time. Ready? Emphasize the fresh new. Fresh new flavor. I don't think in all my career anybody's just been having such a great time. They were like, I gotta yell out the name of the tour. I just have to yell out the name of the tour. Feels like something very special is happening. Reminds me of the Lacey Peterson documentary. You're gonna pull some fuckery with me again. You made me feel safe to do something that was out of bounds, and then you quickly made me get back in bounds. You did that, not me.
Do it!
I had one of those moments recently in my life too. Sometimes away from doing stand-up, things will happen. I think to all of us, that's like, I want to describe it like a pivotal moment where you know you're never going to be the same again, right? And you feel it happening in real time, right? It's different for everybody. I've talked to a lot of people, sometimes trauma. I've talked to somebody who survived a fucking kayak accident. I've just talked to people, and everybody goes, that's the moment that I knew my life was never going to be the same. Does anybody have a moment like that before I share mine? Does anybody have a moment that something happened, right? It can be a myriad of different things. There's no right or wrong answer, but you are not the same person from that moment. You have that? Okay, what's your name? Danielle, and you had we'll call it like a life-altering moment, or maybe some people would call it a come to Jesus moment, right? A defining moment of clarity, let's call it that. And what happened with you? It's not that exciting? I'm just going to move on. Thank you so much for Fuck that. No, you know what? I bet it is exciting. And you know what, Danielle? We're going to make it exciting. Because that's what I do. Is this your first time, by the way, seeing me at a show? Of course, first time at the Fresh New Flavor! I would love to hear your answer to that. Point, counterpoint. So what happened? What's up? Yep, I'm a big romantic. This guy over here, you're engaged? You just got engaged? Congratulations. You got engaged. What the fuck happened in New York City? You're not gonna talk an engagement. Oh, when did you get engaged? How long ago? 3 months ago? Did he get down on the bended knee? He did! That's a fucking real man right there. Let me just tell you something right now. A real man gets down on the bended knee, and there's no other way to do it. Okay? If you're sitting there thinking, man, I wanna get engaged, I wanna do it the right way, well, you get down on the bended knee. I had a guy in the crowd the other night, Danielle, you know what he said? He goes, I did it on a Ferris wheel. I was like, you're gay. That's the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. To propose on a Ferris wheel. For the rest of your life together, every single time she thinks of that beautiful engaging moment, she's gonna hear this music. No. You get down on the bended knee. I love that you did that. You know what I did before I got down on the bended knee? We're in Maine, and I went out and I did it on a cliff. It's on a beautiful cliff overlooking the ocean. Same thing? Okay, then maybe you did this, and I hope that you did this. And to anybody who's considering getting down on the bended knee, you gotta go out early in the morning, pick your spot, know where you're gonna hit that knee on the ground, and then you go with a little brush and clear that area. I'm telling you something right now. Have you ever gone down on your knee for whatever reason? If you hit a pebble even this big, you have a pebble in your patella tendon, in that moment you're like, honey, fucking bitch! Fucking bitch! Oh my god, fucking cunt! Holy shit, there's a fucking shark in the cliff! Oh my god, fucking bitch, cunt! Fuck! Oh my god, that hurt. It's still in there. Fucking bitch! Sorry, baby. Oh my god. You don't want a patella tendon pebble, I promise you. Go down, and then this is what I did. You have the ring in the box, you have it in the box. Oh, 2 for 2, man. 2 for 2, because then there's fucking these guys out there, I'm gonna put it in a pair. Stupid jerk, you put it in a piece of fucking perishable. I had the box in my back pocket, and here's what you gotta do, guys. Again, this is where I'm pretty keen, okay? And maybe you come for entertainment, but you learn things at the Dane Cook Experience.
Oh boy.
I knew where in my pocket box, and I knew where the hinge was. You gotta know where the hinge is on the box, okay? And I went and I practiced 5 times before we went up to the cliff, and I knew exactly where the hinge was, and here's why. So I put it in my pocket, I knew where the hinge was, so that in the moment, I could get down on bended knee, never take my eyes off her, reach in and pull up the ring and open it in one fucking move. If you don't know where the hinge is, I promise it's going to be Murphy's Law, and in that moment you're going to be like, I know how to open it, like a puzzle. And when you finally figure out where it is, the ring's going to be on top, it's going to come out, ping, ting, 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 ting. And start moving toward the edge of that cliff. And here's the sound you don't want to hear coming out of your body in that beautiful moment as the ring is bouncing off the cliff. Oh! Fuck, get it, fuck! And did you know what you were going to say when you got down to the bended and you hit the fucking ring? You knew? You had a little thing planned. A little bit of haiku. He called you last minute, you guys worked it out, and you knew exactly which one. You kept it concise. Not like one of these fucking mumbling fucking jerk-offs. I talk to people, I'm just going to wing it. You're going to be so fucking nervous in that moment. Anybody thinking, I'm just going to wing it? I'm just going to speak from the heart. The last thing your woman wants you to do is speak from your fucking heart. The whole relationship is about changing your heart to something that they think is in there. Not the heart that you arrived with. A good woman sees the best of you that's covered in fucking debris. It takes years removing every single stone, and then says, now dress like this, and don't fucking do that, and you go, and you do it. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, really? In that moment, you're gonna be like, things happen. Hey, I just want to say, I was thinking about, remember we were at Cheesecake Factory? And, remember we were sharing an app? I was thinking, because what I wanted to say was, remember that you had made a comment about like a lifetime of love? Was that it? What did you say? Lifetime? Love of a lifetime? Lifetime of love? And then I was thinking about, since Cheesecake, will you marry me? You would make me the happiest man on the planet if you would be my lovely wife. I love you so much, and I want to be with you forever. Yes? And you go, you appreciate yourself, you go, yes. She's got to put her hands like this. She's going to push her whole fucking face in. If she's Filipino, her face will disappear, actually, into her face. She's going to go She's going to let out a fucking loving primal scream. When you got down to the bended knee, were you nervous? You guys just getting here now? What the fuck? We're late. 40 minutes into the show. What's up, my friend? All good? What happened? Why are you late? What? You trying to do good things in the world? You thought you'd start by being very late to the Dane Cook show? I think that's a good thing in the world? Let me catch you up on a couple of things that you might have missed, all right? First of all, have you seen the Lacey Peterson documentary?
I knew.
Because you're so fucking late. With your fake jewelry and your fake persona. Be a real person. I'm so sorry that this had to happen. You're fucking engaged in this fucking... It's amazing. The devil is real. I'll get to you. Covered all my bases. I need you to shut the fuck up now. What'd you say? What'd you say when you got down to the bended knee? A paraphrase. You don't have to tell me the exact fucking... You just talked about... I'm sorry? You talked about her dogs? Their dogs. When you were together, her dog passed away. And he said he just wanted to be half of what her dog was. If I could just be half of what your dog was. Wow. Well, congratulations on getting married. I had this made for you. I always have a signature piece at every single Beacon show. I call this one a lot. And it looks bigger than it is, actually. You could probably fit this into a mouse clip.
You got more late people.
Well, I had a pivotal moment. I'll tell you what it is right now, man. This is kind of my moment that I know that things would never be the same. Instantaneously. I'm at the supermarket, right? A couple months ago. Supermarket, yeah. And I'm down the aisle, I got my cart, and I'm just looking at some canned goods, and I'm just chucking them into the cart, regular day, right? And as I'm looking at the ingredients on this one canned good, you know, sometimes like you can just feel somebody's watching. You can feel it. Something's hinky, and I felt a hinky feeling. And then I kind of sort of out of the corner of my eye, I seen a guy at the very end of the aisle, and I could see him just enough. He was standing at the end of the aisle, and he was swaying like this. He was just swaying and breathing like this. And I didn't want to look. Something made me feel so weird. But I was doing that thing where I was trying to detach one eye and fucking just like chameleon one eye towards this. I'm looking at the canned good, and then finally, really loud enough that I'm sure most of the supermarket could hear this guy. He goes like this. He stops swaying, and he goes, "Dane Cook." Yeah, really loud. Says my name, and that's when I looked at him. And when I looked at him, he said, "Dane Cook." I looked at him and I said, "Yes." He takes 3 steps. And he points at me really slow. And then as he gets closer, he goes like this. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I said, "I'm just shopping for some perishables and some non-perishables, some everyday human being shit. What the fuck are you doing here, citizen?" Once I have verified it's me, he gets amped up. He goes, oh, dude, fuck, man." And I was really whipped up. He goes, "Oh, dude, I was just watching one of your comedy specials like 3 days ago, and now I'm standing here in the supermarket with Dane Cook. I was just watching you 3 days ago, and I'm standing at fucking Good Luck Chuck right here in the fucking supermarket." And he keeps walking away, and every time he walks towards me, he gets closer, and then he gets further, and then he gets closer. And so finally, he was just in my space. And now we're like almost eye to eye. And he stops, and he looks at me. And he doesn't know that I deal with a little bit of social anxiety. I'm fine on stage, but in regular real life, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. And I was feeling that, so I just kind of just stay in the moment for a second, take a beat, try to get my breathing. And guys, right here. And then here's what happened. And I felt bad because I knew he, in that moment, he didn't know where to take the conversation. He realized what I knew, which is, this little chat we're having is fucking over. We have a whole mutual topic to segue into the next, and you feel the bottom drop out. And I've been there before, so I kind of just stay cool, but this guy didn't know what to do. And he was so nervous in this moment that he finally just blurted out. He goes, "Man, fucking shit, fucking Dane Cook, damn, fuck. Damn, dude, fuck, you look old." I was like, "What special are you watching?" He was the one on Comedy Central. I go, "That was 22 years ago, bro. I look like I work at Hot Topic in that fucking special. I got frosted tips in that fucking special." Then he's got his camera phone out, and before he can even have a moment to react to what I just said, he goes, dude, selfie. And he just leans in, he just takes it. And here's something about a selfie. Why isn't the person taking it? They always look fancy and fantastic. You see your face and you're like, should I fucking kill myself right now? Is this photo indicative of how people see my face in real life? Are those shadows cascading across my skin like in this picture? Because if yes, I want to die. But he sucked, he got the picture, and then as he peels off to the front of the store the whole way, I can hear fucking Dane Cook, employee of the month, aisle 5, fucking Dane Cook. The whole way to the front. Now here's where the story gets fucked up. I know you're thinking, wait, isn't that the weird? No, that's all premium. Now I'm getting to the story. I get back to my car, and when I get there, already at the other side of the supermarket aisle, there's a couple, and they're just standing there staring at me, and they're holding hands, and they're just perfectly still staring at me. They look like the twins from The Shining. When I looked at them, it was strange. And then the guy leaned to the girl, and he tried to whisper, but he was a shitty whisperer. And I heard him, he goes, "That is Dane Cook, I told you that's Dane Cook." And then they started walking towards me, and he was like, "Dude, I heard you in the next aisle. I can hear your voice." And I was like, "Oh my God, that sounds like Dane Cook." So I said to my girl, I said, "Shh," and we listened to your conversation. And I was like, "That sounds like an old Dane Cook." He didn't say that, but it felt like that. Now, I want to talk not about his tangent. I want to talk about his girl because her behavior was suspect. It was very unsettling because as he was walking towards me, she kind of stayed behind him. She was like in his six behind him. And she kept her head down. She let her hair fall into her face. She was kind of just walking like this. And her hair, every once in a while I could see one eye through her hair. Just one incredulous eye would come through. It was like The Grudge in the middle of the supermarket. And it was so weird, man. It was so just like unsettling and strange. And he kept going on and on about his tangent. And then finally, she goes like this, she put her hair like this, and she put her hair behind her ear. And then when I saw her face, I remembered that I had sex with her about 9 years ago. Yeah. I was like, immediately, I was like, oh, I hooked up with this girl 9 or 10 years ago. And then I remembered her name was Hope. And in my head, I was like, I hooked up with Hope like 9 or 10 years ago. And right when I remembered that, he goes, oh, by the way, this is my girlfriend, Hope. Yeah, so then Hope and I had to look at each other in a polite way that still kind of said, we fucked once, right? What this guy said next is not something that you ever want to hear somebody start a sentence with. In fact, it was just, I knew immediately when he said it, I was in for a rough ride. And if you ever hear somebody start a sentence with this, just know, it's not going to be a good scene. Right there in the middle of the aisle, he goes, hey man, can I be honest with you? Yeah, and here's the thing, Beacon, nothing good is ever going to follow. Can I be honest with you? Okay? Can I be honest with you is going to be something that for the rest of your life, when you think it's going to scar your soul for the rest of your existence. Nobody's ever going to chase you out of karaoke. Excuse me, can I be honest with you? You're so wonderful at karaoke, honestly. Sincerely, good night. It's going to be something fucked up. And I knew it was going to be fucked up. Just by the way he did it. Can I be honest with you? Right when he said that, I looked over at Hope. She gave me this. She went. It's really weird. And it gets weirder because then he goes, oh, man, can I? I'm like, yeah, I said, can. And I was like, yeah, man, what do you got? And I gave him the green light. And I know you're sitting there going, why? If I know I'm going to get slaughtered, why the fuck would I give him the go? Because I want to know. It's funny, you read the comments in the comment section. You know it's going to be a bloodbath. How bad does somebody get in here? And so I gave him the go-ahead. I go, yeah, man, what do you got? And this is what this guy had the audacity to say to me in the middle of the supermarket. He goes, man, I used to be a big fan of yours. And then, I don't know, man, for a few years there, and right when he went, Hope laughed like this. And I felt almost that same feeling as I felt at the big fat fucking bitch. That fucking nobody, that fuck lady. You came late, they didn't know. But she laughed and she shook her. And it really was like, wow. And then this guy goes like this, he goes, oh, but wait a second, I've seen your stuff recently. I think I'm back.
Nice.
I think I'm back. Yeah, that's what he said. I think I'm back. Not even, I'm back. This fucking asshole put me on layaway. I'm a consideration. I'm not even back. I couldn't believe he fucking said it. So I was like, you know what? I set him up. I set him up with one question just to pull him in a little bit. I said, real quick, wait, what do you do for a living? And he goes, oh, me, man, I'm a struggling actor. I've been out here a bunch of years trying to do it in LA, and I've been on some auditions, got some callbacks, got really close on a couple of things, man, just doing my thing. I said, well, you know what? That's really great to hear, man. You and I, we have something in common. The two of us, we can always say we held on to hope. Just one of those moments, you need it. You just need it, you know? Like the universe just fucking knows how to punch you in the fucking balls once in a while. And then it buys you a fucking ice cream cup. Why is she patting on you like that? Are you going through a similar experience, my friend? Are you going through something like that? That's how life is. Every once in a while, just fucking kung fu's you right in the fucking, what are you, one testicle, two? Are you living the dream? Are you excited about life? Yeah? Like you say, yeah, of course. Like I know. I don't fucking know you. Yeah, of course. No. Of course is like something you add when you're really not and you want people to believe that you're happier than you are. You can be sad. Be sad. But look at them. Look at Danielle and her dog. Fresh new flavor. I'll never forget that for the rest of my fucking career. I'll never forget it. It's one of those moments where I'm always going to think about whatever that was that you felt like you had your just primal moment. You just wanted to scream out the name of my tour and sing it. You sounded like the Pointer Sisters or something. Here's something that you should never do as part of my digital detox. Never make a homemade porn. You don't want to do that. Okay? And here's the thing. You think it's going to be awesome, you're not good at it, and it's not awesome. Right? Because you're in the moment, ooh, wait, we should set up the camera. Sexy, we're sexy. You ever make that, right? You record yourself, and then you watch it like 2 weeks later, and when you hit play, you're like, is this two manatees fighting in the ocean? I have cellulite down my entire spine. I look the whole way down. Cellulite the whole way. Is that my asshole? Holy shit, it's huge. I thought I had a tiny little button, but holy fuck, it's dirty and big. My asshole looks like the word from Dune should come out of my fucking. There's always one part of your body too that you didn't even realize isn't even into the sex. You have like one foot that's just hanging, just dead off the side of the fucking bed. Looks like your bones retracted from it. It's just like, looks like you just have like a fucking flipper. Why is my foot fucking, it's whiter than the rest of my body? What is this? You make sounds you never even realize that you made. You don't sound, you think you're gonna be like, and you say like, you're constantly going like this. This is weird. You don't even realize how much shit's in your nose the whole time. How many times a week are you guys having sexual activity? I find that it's really like, that's a time when it's just non-stop hip-hop, right? You just, how many times a week are you guys getting it in? Uh-huh. Waiting till marriage? Are you serious of waiting till marriage? You got booed. Great boo. That was such a good boo. That was such a great, I just want you to be on the road with me. If I need a boo, you're like, boo! I said boo. You didn't just go, you're like, boo. Are you truly waiting? No. No.
Oh shit.
No.
What's your favorite sexual position? Let me guess. Let me guess. Doggy style? Let's go. Keep up. Something that's been so exciting about being back in New York is anytime I come back, I remember those early gigs. So 93, 94, I was living in New York and I was working in, doing gigs in the Village, just trying to fucking, figure out how do I do this, man? How do I build an audience and how do I, make a name for myself? I remember I was really so terrible at comedy and there was an older comic and he said to me, he goes, what are your goals? I said, oh man, I'd like to be funnier and I'd like to be a household name someday. And he goes, you want to be a household name? You should change your name to Scrubby Bubbles. night that brings me to tonight is, one of my first spots was at a place down near the Cellar, but it's no longer there, called the Boston Comedy Club. Boston Comedy Club. And they had me come down, they said, hey, we have your first spot at the Boston Comedy Club, and they put me on at 2:45 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they go, you got a 2:45 a.m. spot. And I was like, you know, this is gonna be the night I'm gonna make a mark. Because everybody like wants to come through New York and you wanna you gotta get validated in this city. It's got, if you're gonna hold an audience's attention, you gotta, this is the fucking place. You're either gonna get validated, or they're gonna kick you the fuck out there, go back to Baltimore or wherever the fuck you're from. I was excited, but I was scared. And back then, if you're saying who's going to a comedy show at 2:45, they would have barkers. They'd have people outside. Come on inside. Come on and see a comedy show. Come on, see the next stuff coming. And they would bark people into the club in the hopes of maybe they would just buy a couple of beers, get some fucking nachos, just make a little bit of overhead for the club. And I remember I got down there and nobody knew me. All right, this is my night. I'm gonna make my mark in New York City. My mom lent me her car to drive here. I was still in Boston. She lent me her 1978 Lincoln Mark V town car.
Whoa!
It was turquoise exterior, turquoise interior. My mom was a pimp and didn't even realize it. Pimps up, hose down. That was my mom. And I came into the city, and this is how naive I was. A couple of things that, first of all, I parked, and I was like, oh, I think I'll just park around 43rd and just walk to the village. It didn't seem like a big deal. I was like, oh, it'll be nice. I'll get some air, think about my comedy routine. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I was walking, and I walked by one of those giant, you know the art that's on the side of the road with all the trash bags piled up? Trash bag art? What is that? It looks like a fucking pyramid, right? I was walking by one of these giant things of trash bags, and I heard something moving around, and all of a sudden a fucking rat moved the bag like this. The rat fucking moved the bag. I was wearing a watch, and it looked at it. And it fucking pulled the bag. Here's something, if you're a tourist in New York, that I didn't know at the time, and I wish I knew. This is what you gotta do. Don't, when you come to New York City the first time, if you're leaving here and you're new to the city, don't be this person. That's the people they rob. Don't look up, and you won't get robbed. As a matter of fact, what I learned is wear a fucking shitty hoodie and put it over, and then mumble about killing cops. Kill a cop, kill his family. Nobody will fuck with you. You'll never get robbed if you mumble about killing cops walking around the city. I get down there, and I remember I was standing I was at the back of the room, and the host was really drunk, and they told him my name, and he wrote it down on his paper, and he goes, all right, is the next guy here? And I looked, and it was like maybe 30 people at 3 in the morning. He goes, is the next guy here? He kept looking down his list, and then somebody in the audience, I've never heard this since, I don't even know if it's possible. They burped and farted at the same time, the same person. Did you know that was even a thing you could do? Right when he was about to introduce me, I heard it. And that threw the host off. He was like, shit. And then he looked back over to where I was standing. I was by myself. I was really scared, really nervous. He goes, is the next guy here? And this is how beta I was in 1993. Okay, this is how zero confidence I had. This is how I responded. I went, he's here. That was such a pussy. I couldn't even say, I'm here. He's here. I think I did a little accent. He's here. And then the name was on the paper. And he goes like this. He goes, all right, I'm gonna bring him up right now. Make it New York, blah, blah, blah. And he looked and he goes, Dacron Cuckoo. Dacron Cuckoo. I walk through the crowd of 30 people. When I get up on the stage, okay, I'm standing, and there was the front row was right up against the stage, and there was a guy sitting right here. It was a 450-pound guy. And he was sitting, and he was such a brick shithouse that the chairs, he had to put 2 chairs together to make one makeshift chair. That's how fucking He was huge. He looked like the rock creature from Neverending Story. That's how fucking big this guy was. These look like such big, strong hands, don't they? Don't they? I looked at this guy. I've never seen anybody so fucking massive. And he had a grocery bag on each knee. And he had his arm around each bag. And he just stared like this. I remember I looked down at that guy. He's right up against the stage. And before I said my name's not Dacron Cuckoo, I looked at this guy and I just said, hey man, how's it going? That's all I said. Hey man, how's it going? But his response was so real. It was so honest. It was so prolific that I think what he said not only changed my moment right then, but it changed the rest of my career, and it brought me here tonight. What he said. Yeah, when I said to this guy, how's it going? He took the longest pause anybody's ever taken to respond to anything. And with each arm around each grocery bag, he finally looked at me and he went, you better be funny, man, because I got ice cream. Dacron Cuckoo. 34 years this month. And the thing that I want to share with you guys before I leave is something that's always going to be near and dear. Because I think it's always pivotal to share those moments too that like really mean the most. That cough, by the way, very bronchial. Whoever that was, everybody over there is fucking sick right now. I heard it from here. Shit was moving around in your chest. You need Robitussin. You might have AIDS. Like that thing that was, holy fucking shit. Did you hear that? That sounded like an earthquake in their body. Bone shifted. Oh. I'll wrap it up quick so that whole section can go and just boil himself. Holy shit, somebody's really sick over there. That sounded like rubble in a quarry. No, shut up, listen to this. And one more Lacey Peterson thing I want to add.
Look it up.
I know, right?
2008, I come off of not only a 2-year run of playing arenas around the country. I think I did 177 arena shows, and I ended at Madison Square Garden. Where my friend Sebastian Maniscalco is coming out right now. But I had the privilege of playing Madison Square Garden 2 shows, and then I go home in 2008, and I finally am gonna just fucking take all my dirty laundry out of a bag. I've been living on it for 2 years. Touring. And I finally get home, and within a day, my phone rings, and I'll never forget it. I pick up the phone, and it's the troops in Iraq asking me to come over and perform in Iraq for the troops. Yeah. And I was never so honored in my entire life. And I said yes, right? I was scared, but I said yes. And next thing you know, I am on a plane to go to Iraq to perform for the troops. And it's something I'll never share with people for the rest of my life. And I want to be very transparent, because it was the Iraqi troops that hired me in a way. The money was just too fucking good. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, right? I don't know, go Not anymore.
Thank you.
All right. That was a quick show.
Have a wonderful night, girl. See you.
That was a quick show. I felt like less marking it. Because of dark skin.
He's so used to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are not using the restroom. Please make the way towards the exit. Here there's not go.
That was fun. How'd it go to work? How'd it go to work? Let's do that again. Time to go to MSG. Good show. That was a quick show. It's funny when you're that tall, and you have to put your head underneath the metal stick. They're like 6'5".
Yeah. A little mad.
Yeah, Dan Cook used to be big. He had a couple good movies. I think he's losing his hair a little bit too. Flag me a taxi. Look at this Porsche. It's a Porsche. That's Porsche. Yeah, I felt like it was a last market use show with the whole dark stream and stuff, you know? How he usually does it in the dark. You hear him talking, but you don't see his face and stuff. I mean, he's an older white dude. Yeah, that's Marky. Like when I watch him, he's talking, but you don't see his face, but he's in the dark most of the time. It's like dark streams. Now I gotta take the train. Gotta work for 8 hours. Gotta get new band-aids to work too. That's exactly how it is. Upper West Side. Hey, hey, hey. Funny glizzies. Funny glizzies all around. Glizzies everywhere.
And then,
Yeah, people are so messy. See, we're in Yo Ain's territory again. Look, it's White Dog. Hello, White Dog. Hi.
Watch it.
Hi. Oh shit. Hi, White Dog. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just chilling and relaxing and oh boy.
Sit down.
I'm gonna sit. I had an orange retriever like it once. But it was like a puppy, you know.
Oh, I found
I used to like wrestle the dog.
Etsy in terms of time.
No,
I wonder what's going on
done
there.
it for work.
I'll ask someone.
Yeah,
Those are the best dogs.
that's very funny.
You're the best dog. You have a lot of energy. I know.
Too much.
No sort for you. Oh, look at my nose. Now touch my nose. Tell me I love you.
That's why you
Yeah.
carry it.
Hand sanitizer for the dog too.
That's why I was with Tim when he first
Yes. Hey. Oh, I gotta go to work after Dan cooked. That was good. But this is ladies. Upper West Side, I could definitely do. I could do Upper West Side. I come here now. Either one or two. One or two. Go down the stairs. Two, one, two. Whatever works. Everything runs like shit on
you
me.
probably barely felt it at all.
What?
Edible.
Yeah.
So that was like 3 or 4 milligrams. I'll go for 5 next. Work your way up.
Got 1 more minute to the train. 3 train. 1 train. 3 train. 4 minutes to 1 train. I don't know why they never redo these walls here. You know? All these walls here, I don't know why they say fuck it. I think it's on money. I Jamie Gordon is one of the and they're gonna keep jacking up the prices anyway. I guess it's not important. Yeah. I figure they're gonna figure out a lot of things in the future. Like, that's why they're always trying new things. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Every day.
There is a Downtown Express 3 train to Piedmont Avenue. Approaching the station, please stand away from the platform edge. There is a Downtown Express 2 train to Flatbush Avenue. 3 minutes away.
On train.
Will be next, take care of the north, please.
I was like, he's like, come on. And I'm like, I can't let go.
I bought an Apple Watch.
Wait, the thing they want to do where the chairs are involved, and they're like, this is gonna be, no, I guess I'll get you.
59th Street, sir, the ABCB. 59th Street, sir, the ABCB. Attention passengers, if you have any questions or need to report any issues, the NYPD is located at the station. 50th Street will be next. Make way for the north, please.
I didn't hear what they say, but
He said, well, no, we're just saying the car, and that wasn't.
yeah, that was
Enjoy the life. I will.
5 Square 42nd Street will be next. Take care of the north, please.
Then they played the top 5 ranked teams in all of New York. And they played grand practice, which is ranked like top.
One. I got one. One. Yeah, that was a pretty funny show. I remember when he was at the Garden 2008.